Hi, everybody. This is Joanna. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just clearing the space with some Palo Santo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The highest beings of love and light, the beings and our ancestors and the holy shamans from inner and outer earth, and all of the beings that work with the Elohim and the Christ consciousness, and all beings that work with us in those respects. We thank you for this beautiful blessing, honor for us to be with you today. Just going to put that there. Thank you for being with us today. And we wanted to talk about continuation of our conversation yesterday and our Ascension offering yesterday about Gaia, the Elohim, and many of the energies that are coming and participating with us in who we are becoming. And they're wanting me to correct it. They've always been with us, except now that it's an accelerated frequency, now that these codes are more presentable and understandable to us, through us, for us, because our bodies are turning on, our psychic centers, our multidimensional centers are turning on. Remember, we are vessels of love and light. We are divine magnetic beings of essence that is source. The more that we're clearing out the allness that we are, the more that we're able to see, sense, and feel, and hear, and know. Our beings of all that we are is this epicenter of light. And through our alignment of who we are, through that pillar of light that runs along the spine, calling in the great light and clearing out the chakras in your daily self-care that we always recommend, allows you to be the reception and feeling and sensing what codes are right for you, ready for you in the ascension cycle that's unique to you, that we've always talked about as well as part of your daily self-care, is doing some journaling and sorting, having that beautiful exploration time to sort out what phase of ascension is your cycle running at. It usually runs within our time period, if you will, of a month because of the moon cycles, and it's directly related to the moon cycles. And you'll also notice too that your soul family that you come with and those that you're connecting with at a soul tribe level will have varying ascension cycles that can coincide and work with one another, so that you won't have everybody in your tribe and your soul star circle going through their release periods, if you will, because that wouldn't serve anybody. The ascension cycles are usually so that one another can assist and honor one another through their releasing programs and help one another with the self-soothing and healing that's required on those deep releases and those traumas. And the integration periods are usually those integration periods through which you've done your ingathering from your awakened spark, your inspiration. You get up one morning and all of a sudden you feel this inspiration to go sign up for a class or look into this on the online. That is the spark of awakening. From that awakening, you then go into the integration period where you're integrating the informations and the wisdoms, the research that you've done, information from your meditations, your visions, all that you've explored is that integration where we're integrating all the knowledge and the wisdom. You're integrating all of the experiences. And so that's the integration period, so that you create thus then through that integration, new behaviors, new patterns, and new thought processes. And that's the spiral of ascension. Constantly opening up within your center. What do I choose now from this heart-centered space for what I want to create, while you're releasing what was? And we've often talked about that as, and we've got it on our Facebook, we talk about all the time the entrainment loop, because the Arcturians showed me many years ago about entrainment and how we're constantly releasing old programs and old patterns and old thought programs of what doesn't serve us. And it's always in the infinity loop. And there's many studies that are being done now on how we can reprogram our mind patterns and our thought processes through doing an infinity loop and just concentrating on it with your new thought programs and your new affirmations. But this is no different than what moves through us as source, to move through and transmute what no longer serves. But we have to be the masters of our multidimensional epicenter, our physical, our mental, our emotional, our etheric. And in that, we get to release the densities, release the old programs, release the projections, release the ideas and the patterns and the densities through which are not ours, often are not ours. We take on such densities through our lineage, through our socioeconomic conformities, through those that are projecting energies to us, unknown and known. We pick up densities in a myriad of ways, but it's up to us to take sovereignty and dominionship over our multidimensional bodies by doing your daily self-clearing, doing your daily journaling work to find out where are you on your ascension journey, what phase are you going to be in, so that you can prepare Like not going out to party and doing things that are, putting your bodies at risk and in compromise when you're going through a really deep traumatic healing process, because that doesn't serve you or anybody else, because then you just become more erratic and more, um, you know, um, dynamic in your actions and your behaviors. You need to process and allow those energies to be released because they're very deep and traumatic. And if it's prolonged abuse and narcissisms and things like that that have occurred many lifetimes, because remember, this now moment, this now lifetime connected with all other lifetimes, that you're healing similar patterns of subjugation and control. So this is you and source and your soul and your higher self and all of your teams. And all of these little dots are aspects of you on all timelines, all realms, different bodies, different forms, male forms, female forms, androgynous forms, cetaceans, all of those experiences in this particular universe. We're only talking this universe because it's multiverse omnipresent, but we're only talking about this universe. And how they've shown me is everything looks like a beehive, if you will, from top down. So this is the top down. As you're going through and clearing the densities from 3 to 5D in all of the lifetimes that you've chosen to take on in this particular lifetime, so important this lifetime is. This lifetime we've come with a soul blueprint to clear 51% of our karma in lifetimes that we've held between 3 and 5D. So they could be, 5 or 6 lifetimes here, 2 lifetimes there, 1 lifetime here, different threads of vibration, different experiences, different lifetime themes and roles that we've taken on the role of, say, persecutor. We took on lifetimes of the ones being persecuted. We took on lifetimes of being witches. We took on lifetimes being male dominating, control beings. Then we take on divine feminine roles that were abused and used, so that the soul in and of itself, the whole that you are as soul and source essence, your soul wants the expansiveness of all experiences, so that when you come to a really important lifetime like this one, for the main purpose of light evolution, evolutionary programs under the Holy Christ, we say Holy Christ outside of dogma. Those that know our offerings know that, but we have to state it because those that are new listening to us might not understand, and all of a sudden the trigger's going off. Christ consciousness is our highest vibration of Metatronic light that we are encoded with through the DNA, through the water bodies, that transcend and go beyond what dogma has been presented, because Christ consciousness is who we are as source light essence in creating matter form. These experiences that we have through that Christ consciousness is the light program encoding that we have as souls, the oversoul, the oversoul, oversouls, oversoul, all the way up to the highest experiences of Mother, Father, Source, Creator, all life within the universe. We wanted those dynamic experiences of contrast and duality, so that in really beautiful, important lifetimes like this, we remember and get activated through our codes and through our experiences to know what to do and how to do it. We have those skills and tools and gifts. And why those that are coming forward with these gifts, which we're going to talk about today, this long prologue, why we're coming forward in the creative gifts, the creative skills, and the creative wisdoms that we have. Remember, we've talked about this in many of our radio shows before, the Christic Toolkit. So that these Christic Toolkits, the gifts, the forms, the capabilities, shamanistic gifts, Gaia speak, all of these things that are multidimensional Christic in nature, that are held within the water body, that are held within the DNA and held within the chakras and our fields, the fields of all that we are as multidimensional epicenters of light, they get activated and allow us to better then heal even more dramatic lifetimes that carry far denser trauma, that are directly, again, linked to why you chose the soul's theme in this lifetime. You chose your parents, you chose the relationships and the type of things you would move through with everyone you meet along the path, whether it's somebody at Starbucks that you had a pleasant conversation with. There's checkpoints, and we wrote about that on our Facebook this weekend. Because all is now, higher aspects of you leave you checkpoints along your way. We call them synchronicities, but they're soulful checkpoints that you can know that, wow, this place really means something to me. I'm going to spend more time here. I'm going to do more toning and singing and just meditating. And I've had many of those experiences because I work with the land and with the grids and the Christ consciousness, the Christ consciousness timelines and water body and codes for others. And these checkpoints are also timings in each one person's blueprint and path to assist in higher, deeper, wider activations of who we are in the destiny of all that is. So that checkpoint activation ripples out like a butterfly effect, fanning out and allowing all other aspects of you to also awaken. However, we are stuck in dense experiences of karmic cycles and we find them hard to break, then those cycles of timeline portal jumping and timeline jumping get missed, because the all of you is not open to the potentiation of all that is, because sometimes those cycles are so dense. And this is why people like myself, many others, come forward to inspire, ignite, and break through all boxes of density and conformity, because there's far more than what we were told and taught of who we are, potentiation that we have to get off those routine, dense cycles, so that we absolutely stand within our allness, the epicenter of all that we are, as light. That light creates greater light. Light creates greater light. We affect the environment. The environment doesn't affect us. However, if you're the only one within 6 or 7 people that are working at a dense vibration, it's hard for you to break out of that, because you require that help. And then your cells and all that you are as a multidimensional being begin to get affected by that entanglement. And I've experienced everything in between. This is why I'm coming forward, and all of the teachings that we offer, because I have the capabilities to read fine-tuned energies at a multidimensional perspective, physical, mentally, emotionally, etheric, and also subtle frequencies, subtle timelines. I can see into them. Then I am able to allow others through my teachings and how I'm able to explain and express things in the best way that I can. Oftentimes, I mean, you've always, those that have been with us for many years, understand that there are times I just can't explain what they're showing me. But I do the best that I can with the words that we have that are very often limited. So when we do offer what we offer, know that these are Christ codes, and that we go beyond the definitions of what the 3D cycles were, because we're breaking through the membranes. They're like plasma membranes that we break through our own intention, the will of the mother, the will of the father. That is that Vesica Pisces, who we are as the sacred child. That sacred child is the embodiment of love, joy, the beauty of all that we are as curious beings to evolve. We're here to have fun. We're here to evolve. We're here to be curious. We're here to be the exemplified beings of excited light, excited beings of joy, to know who we are, to express who we are, to bring all of this to the children, to bring all of this back to Gaia. And those of us that are the forerunners, that are breaking through these membranes of density, and will not be squashed for the conformity. We're very passionate about breaking through. There's many other names. We don't like to use names because it's so conforming. Crystalline children. I am a crystal child, and many of my experiences were to always bring forward potentiation, so that those that were stuck in conformity and density and boxes of limitation were able to see the potentiation of what can be. And we are called the code breakers, the breaking of the membrane of density. Light breaks density. Light will bathe all that is dense to say there's more. Wake up, there's more. Light needs to get into the cells. Light needs to get into the vibrations of who we are, and why our planet has many issues and many troubles with everything will come out. There's no conspiracy theories. Everything will be bathed and everything will come forward, so we don't have to get all, in those energies of, blaming and shaming about the systems of control that have been hindering the light bathing us by the various chemicals they put into the air and all of those other things that they think they're doing to stop the light, but they're not. Again, those light and dark energies understand that they're playing a game for us to wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Allow yourself to remember who you are as light. And anything that was being done or portrayed in any shadow experience that people work within, because remember, until that shadow is bathed in its own light by thyself, by learning about your shadow, honoring it and accepting it so that you choose wisely from that self-love perspective. The inner child, the shadow, the lineage energies that we come with, the densities and the wounds that the psyche comes with, the psyche wounds that we've talked about, the little packets of density placed within the multidimensional fields, placed within the DNA and the multidimensional fields. And we come with those that as we cycle through our ascension, when it comes time to do a clearing, you've gathered enough light that's been bathed on you that you have the tools, the gifts, and the wisdoms to move into something new. So you're never given more than you can clear. And that's the perfect design and the elegance that is Source Creator. If you're not in awareness and you're not working with your light, you're not honoring your bodies, you're not clearing your bodies on a daily practice, honoring your self-love, Making sure you have enough quiet time, reflection time to honor who you are in self-love, renewing yourself at your sense of self, renewing who you are, the clarity of who you are, so that you're not being drawn back into subjugated programs, being brought back into people that want to place obligations and expectations on you to be pulled back into old roles and definitions that don't suit you. But it takes that reorientating of who you are as source, returning back to your soul. Who am I as source? No, I'm a sovereign being and I get to choose this. This is how I choose to move. I am driven and I'm directed by the highest counsel, who I am, source. My soul, my higher guidance. I'm not conforming to any systems because this is what I'm here to do. I'm working by my highest counsel. My highest counsel will absolutely direct me in how I need to be directed, who I need to connect with and who I don't need to connect with. And therefore your epicenter of all that you are begins to turn on as you're continuing to live in your truth, speak your truth, live your truth. Remember, all that we are is multidimensional systems of light and organized systems of energy are talking to one another. It's a sending and receiving experience through source. Everything is source. The more aware you are of source, the more in honoring of you are, the more working with you are as source, the more source you're going to be able to understand and take on and interpret and therefore play with. And those, again, that are operating in lower frequencies and still working through lots of shadow work, or they just choose to work in those frequencies, they're going to be co-creating those shadow experiences, because you can only co-create from the level of consciousness and experience that you have. That's why your reality is showing you what is moving. And so they were telling me yesterday that the mastery of disguise, you know, those that come to us that have many disguises about who they are, they're showing us the various aspects of shadow energies, not with only in what you've experienced in other lifetimes to heal and clear and forgive, but also the masked energies within the collective. And so there's many people that many of us know, right? Those that come to us with different personalities or different masks that they want to show us and perceive, so that we can use our multidimensional systems to perceive and navigate around it. So that we're not having to entangle with the energy, but just having to navigate in and around it, and not throwing us off because our energies are entangling with those energies, trying to figure out what the heck's going on, because we absolutely know at some level they're not being truthful. Now, we talked about that before, and so look up in our previous videos about the chakra systems. Chakra systems are really important for discovering, honoring, and sensing truth. When you're in a vibration of truth, you are in alignment of who you are. When I'm in alignment with who I am, those that know our offerings, when I speak truth, it's truth. I'm in alignment with who I am. And it sometimes, you know, can shake people that are not used to experiencing truth, because it's an absolute. Those that speak truth, it's a vibration. It can be known, it's felt. And it is the color of your aura. So as you're clearing and cleansing all of your chakras, you're clearing and cleansing all that you are, doing your bathing and your cleansing at nighttime and your morning clearing sessions and writing out your journal and just expressing and allowing those energies to be released. Because remember, you're picking up all densities from everywhere in your multidimensional experience. If you so choose, when you're aware of it, then you put up the appropriate experiences so that you're not taking on things you don't need to take on. That's when you're living in clarity and consciousness of who you are as source. And Jesus told me one time, he says, you're in direct commandmentship of your consciousness. Every aspect of your consciousness, from here to the end of eternity with source, you are in charge of. We're never taught that. From the moment we're born, we're being bombarded with what we're told, what we're taught, and who we are. That we have no control to change things. We have no control about our body. We have no control to turn back the hands of time, if you will, for becoming youthful. And you can program your body to count many ever number of your days that you want to count. Instead of counting every day, aging every day, you can tell your body to not do that. You can. It's your body, your consciousness. You know, you have absolute control and consciousness, participation in you and source. The more that you absolutely know you are source, as my name is, I am source, as Mother Mary told me, and as the Holy Mother Father, as your name is, you were born here with this name, you were born here with this knowing. Deep within you, there is a coding, the God seed cell. There isn't a coding that says, we are source. Nothing can change that. Your belief, your knowingness, I am source, I am source, I am source, and nothing will penetrate me that is not magnificent. Nothing. Nothing can penetrate me that is not source. This is my knowing. Every cell is knowing this, and I am here to speak this truth. I'm passionate about this. This is my truth. And when we know that, your cells, your bodies, your fields, everything comes into alignment. You know why? Because you are in training it. This is who I am. My voice matters. My voice is speaking to every cell. My reality, all of my reality is being threaded right now through all of time. I walk with Source. I serve the light. Nothing can penetrate me that is not magnificent in this alignment. I will not be swayed. I will not be manipulated. I will not be controlled. And those of us that have had those timelines to clear have absolutely had those experiences where those that wear those masks that want to control us and perpetrate those energies of, you must do what I want you to do, and all of those energies that we've all experienced through narratives of, stories of, subjugation, that every single one of us here on this planet are here to heal. Make no mistake about it, just at varying levels. Usually abusing experiences are ones that are steeped in subjugation, where there was much abuse occurred. But that's to rebuild the entire Christic system multidimensionally till you get to that point. Well, no, I get to choose what light and I entangle with. This is my consciousness, my reality. I get to choose. Nobody has authority over me. Nobody. That's a free will law of the universe. Free will. You call the angels in, the archangels, the ascended masters, any light being of light programs you want to call in to assist you in building your confidence and clarity, so that you are standing strong within your light, so that no energies that are not magnificent touch you and manipulate you and thwart you. You stand in your power. All knowing. Mind, body, spirit, and soul. I am that I am, as my name is. I'm Source. Every cell is on board with me. Every cell. I'm in absolute honor of who I am as Source. Honor. This is who I am. I speak this love. That I am. That I am. Every cell that I am. I am love. And this is my remembrance. I get to choose. This is my lifetime where I get to choose. I get to choose. And that's where I create my reality. Fans out. It's all energy. It's all vibration. We've all had those experiences where we're walking away from those with masks. We're learning how to navigate around them, because we can see and feel and sense in every way the sending and receiving of information, the sending and receiving of truth, the sending and receiving of light. So everything is light. How is that light masked? Mistruth, manipulation, egoic motives. That can be felt before someone even shows up. It can be felt in the field. If someone is sending an experience and they've been thinking about someone, they want to go and see someone, or they want to go and talk to someone, it can be felt before the conversation even takes place. Everything can be felt. You can sense it, you can feel it. And so we're now here to stand in our truth and to stand and say, hey, let's start having fun. How can we bring our consciousness of the collective back into a playful, joyful place? That's why we're here. We're not here to be held in programs of density and limitation. And if we're experiencing that because everyone is here to heal it, then we absolutely have the gifts and the skills and the abilities to step outside of it, step by step, through self-love, self-knowing, self-honoring, all that we are is light. And start paving this new beautiful earth through our consciousness of love. We walk with presence. We walk with the honor of Gaia. We walk with illumination. We walk with the power to be who we are as love. We have that free will. Nothing and no one can stop us. And Source and the heavens will not allow it. If you have a destiny to fulfill, if you have the beautiful right to live your highest beautiful life, and that is your will, the will of God, that's the male father frequency, and you're wanting to receive it, the divine mother frequency, to be able to receive and nurture yourself in receiving God's blessings from you, there's nothing that this creation will not do to ensure that you receive that. That's God's gift and blessing for you, Spirit, Christ, Allah, whoever you know to be the creator of all things, all life. The question is, how separate are from those truths of universal law? It's all one. And those that are choosing to play outside of law of one, there are masks, they're the experiences of illusion that show us separation. And vice versa. They're seeing us as the versions of oneness. We're here to remind them. It's always a game of contrast. So we can continue moving humanity in these vibrations of love and light, into greater programs of love and light. It all has purpose, but we have to stand within who we are as sovereign beings, our entire consciousness. We have honor of that, sacred and honoring, and to use everything that was, remember everything that was, no matter how challenging and hard those vibrations of challenge and pain were, use them as the honoring and the blessing that is that catalyst that allows you to press out to something new and break those plasma membranes. those code breakers. Those experiences of density are those exact energies that you need to break that plasma and do something new. And so what we wanted to talk about today, and including Gaia and all of our energies, because part of our experiences is the Gaia energy, and understanding that epicenter that we are is sending and receiving energy. And that's part of the Christic Toolkit. The Christic Toolkit is not only the tools that we have to transcend density and traumas and healing our own wounds and becoming youthful in our bodies and magnetic in our bodies to bring in those energies we really want to attract. It's all based on magnetics. It's all based on the beauty of who we are as spirit and how we're positioned in the galaxy. I mean, it goes far beyond. It's such an elegant system. And this is the beauty that I love talking about, because it's source. What gets us stifled sometimes is thinking that these dense programmed patterns, remember, everything is an illusion. So these are just programs that are held within your multidimensional bodies that you're here to transcend. To either look at it, and where your focus is going is how you're co-creating. So just to know that that's a program. I don't have to choose that program anymore. Just like swiping left on your phone. When you're done with that, swipe left, swipe left, swipe left. That can be that easy if you so choose. Depending on how steep the program is and the code is, and again, it's all based, it's all done in your soul blueprint, based on what you're here to co-create, your destiny, and your soul's, the grandness of your soul to transcend such dense experiences. So the harder your life is, if you will, the densities that you go through means that you have the greatest capacity to transcend them, and you're a master many times over. Again, we're not blanketing these statements. We're not. We never have and we never will. Those of you that know our offerings know that. They're just the words that we use to define the grandness of who you are, the potentiation of who you are, that obviously has never been taught, that each and every person has. And so what we wanted to talk about was the cosmic tides and letting go to ride the opportunities and the blessings that, again, are directly related to your gifts and your skills and your wisdoms and how you send and receive information. Not only information, because that sounds so, like you're in a cubby, at work and you're sending and receiving through an email. It's the elegant ride of you riding that wave with source. Oh, this is really exciting, source. Let's create more of this. Let's create more of that. It's a beautiful breath and a flow of the elixir of life, often been written about in many ancient texts. And in doing so, we allow ourselves to just open up more and more and be these, there's a river that we often go to, my kids and I, and in that river we see these, we play little games and just throw sticks into the river, and then we run down the river and see how fast it takes them to get down. So this is really what we're moving in. There's cosmic tides that come forward through celestial alignments, through the light programs, that the collective, that the humanity and the light programs and the heavenly programs of the Elohim and the Christ consciousness light programs. Also working with the karmic board for those souls that have been working diligently on clearing their karma, learning from their lessons and transcending density and opening up to greater light, living as love. That's how you clear your karma, is through centering and living as presence of love and learning from the lessons. Lessons are not only those traumas and dramas, but they're also lessons that allow us to shift and become the leaders of 5D, which means that, really standing in your truth and speaking it and living it and creating with it. And that's what we're talking about. And many of the global webinars that I perform and I offer and how I host is about those that are really excited about 5D leadership, on how to really use all that you are as a Christic being of holy light and start working with the alignment of that light program, using and understanding the creative gifts and tools so that you're helping and assisting others to awaken, activate, and seek their own gifts within, so that they're breaking free from those densities and stepping out into leadership roles. Because 5D leadership will not look like 3D leadership. It just won't. School won't look like what it used to look like. We won't call it school, we call it something else. So the leadership is for those that are really aching to create in light, be the leaders of light. How can we create new systems? How can we infuse light into our socioeconomic programs? How can we infuse new ideas and concepts and calling in all of the aspects of all that we've ever been, taking the highest vibrations and those threads from all those timelines, all the roles that we've ever had, and start creating anew. And so this is what many of our webinars and our global webinars are about. is taking things to that next level. We have to break the membrane. We have to see our reality. We have to see our socio-economic systems in a new way. Altruistic programs. So that's how it will become. Not socioeconomic, but socio-altruistic. Because we're all serving one another. There will be trade. There will be reasonable experiences of oneness. And it won't be millions and billions of dollars spent on defense programs, because we'll understand that we're one. So all of these are very, very important to the evolution of humanity. They're very, very important to our new becoming of 5D. And that's directly related to all that we are as light. We're calling in those beautiful experiences, saying, hey, we can do something different now. We can infuse ourselves in a new way. We don't have to keep playing on those limited programs and routines that 9 times out of 10 parents do not like being within. Nobody wants to be in the same routine day after day, year after year, and you're on your deathbed going, where did my life go? Did I sing? Did I do what I wanted to do? Did I experience Gaia? Did I bring in my highest light? Was I my highest version of me? Was I living in my truth, or was I following somebody else's dictated program of what they wanted of me? So these are all areas of subjugation that each and every one of us are here to heal and break the membrane and be something new. We do that exactly by and why we've been gifted the beautiful creative experience of all, and we call these experiences because that's what it is. When we create, we are experiencing our oneness with Source. It's the beauty. It's what creates us as beautiful, unique, dynamic beings of Source. We are beautiful beings. We can't experience Source if we're not creating. I mean, we can obviously, if we're sitting there in meditation, we're still creating that breath with Source. But we're saying, your reality, how can you shift and bring that Source? How can you infuse who you are? That creative tool is a light tool. How can you offer your uniqueness in all that you are? Infuse all that you are in your pulsating love and joy and our oneness of all that we are and all that we are and all that we are and all that we are. Ai xia mamo mamo katatake mai tatake shia a moi e amai e oi xia mamo katatake ai xia mamo katatake ai mamo katatake ai xia mama ai tatake shia tataka ai shia tataka ai barkataka o xia na 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 mama 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 mama. Clear your centers, the axional lines, clear it out, clear it out, clear it out, because you're sending and you're giving information and packets of things that are waiting there for you to activate and say, I'm ready for my new gift. I'm ready for my new gift. What do I need today? What do I need today? Let's go. Let's reach for that light. Let's go. Let's reach for that light. Let's go. Let's reach for my code. Let's go. Let's reach for my code. It's fun. I get to be me. I'm fun. I get to be me. I'm fun. Multidimensional love, 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 love. I can do anything. I can be anything. I can do anything because I get to choose. I get to choose. It won't look like 3D, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with others that don't get that. I'm quite okay with that. Quite okay with that. And you know you're doing it. You know you're on the right path, and you know you're doing well when you have those that just won't get it and want to pull you back. You know you're on the right path when you're doing that. And part of mastery is learning to return to center and say, no, I'm being guided by my highest truth, and that's all I have to know. Source will guide me. The path will be cleared. Make no mistake about that. As you know, as your name it, the path will be cleared. But do you know that? Your path will be cleared when you are aligning with your sacred excitement and choosing to co-create within it. Sing and dance and be this 5D energy of who you are. It won't look like 3D. It's not meant to. But we have to acknowledge and accept it first. Yes, that was my program. It was so amazing. I honor all of it. That's that divine relationship we always talk about, right in the crucible. That's that Vesica Pisces. Through all creation, through all Fibonacci sequences, there is that crucible through which new life parts. It must. That is evolution. Because of our density through which we've worked with, evolution has been very, very slow. And we haven't necessarily seen the overnight experiences. But now they're saying that these cosmic tides of change, what did they say? Cosmic tides. So ride it. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. Ride those cosmic tides. There are going to be quick changes where you, through your excitement of being who you are, focusing on your light, focusing on your excitement, and you've been doing the work, those opportunities, those cosmic tides will drop right into your life. And will you take it? Will you take that opportunity? Because the rest of creation is a part of that. It's a part of that ride of you saying, yes, I absolutely, I will. I surrender completely, Source. Surrender completely. And anything that used to be, there'll be that moment of, oh my gosh, I'm, stepping away and separating from what was. No, it's always one. There is only oneness. There will be that perception and interpretation, but that isn't. Just like those people that pass away, the loved ones that we have pass away, we have more access to them when they pass because they're in more spirit. They're not limited by the bodies and the dramas and the beliefs that held them in such limitation. And why would there's all those fears around that? The experience in the cycles of experiences of, our life experience. So the cosmic tides will approach and be offered to you. All you got to do is just live from your heart space and say, this is my joy today. This is my joy today. And moment for moment, live your joy. Moment for moment, be in joy. Even if it's that stillness, be in joy. I'm one with my breath. I'm one with my breath. I'm one with my breath. I get to create in this light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Still. I just feel so happy being still because there's just so much spirit that's just like overcoming me. So nice. Perfection of the Christ. Colors and codes and love and stories and songs and harmonics. Hey, Shama, ke se ke siama e ke se ka e ma ya te siama ka ai siama ka ai siama ai na nip ma nip ma nip ma ut not nip ma nip siap ma Asia. Siap ma it ke siap I might hai emit ke siya mama siya mama siya mama hai mama siya I am mama hai mama Thank you, Holy Mother. Thank you, Holy Mother. Hiya Mamaka. Hiya Mamaka. La 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 la. Hiya Shishi Mamaka. La 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 la. Thank you so much for doing activation right now. I feel so good. So they were showing me, thank you, the my Shishiatatka. Thank you, thank you. The inner and the outer earth shamans, thank you. It feels so good. When I have those crown activations, like this pings and pings, it's like these electrical circuits just coming through my hair, my head. It feels so good. They were showing me, is this, I always talk about threads and everything is in the spiral, the top down, the beehive. And we're of course in the middle. They were showing me that when we they were showing me an example of me doing what I do with the grids and with the fields and how I tune into source in different aspects of Christ consciousness, because it's all consciousness. There's just very varying threads of communication and movement, song, right? Light song. Yeah, love. It's all love. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Source. Source wants me to allow people to understand that everything is being offered is the song of love. And are we awake and attuning to it? And are we co-creating within it? That's the question. From a dense place, no, because it's like, what can I get for me? And what's working for me? And ego, right? Egocentric. That's what we're stepping out of. And so thank you, Source Creator. And we're so grateful. Stories that are moving through. We're wanting to express that they were showing me a version of me and how I work with the fields. And they were saying that that's no different. Again, I speak about this all the time, but they're showing me a picture of it. So they're validating to me. The micro macro. Source Creator and the beings of light that work different aspects of space, different segments of space, that they're showing me that I'm also part of different councils and groups, working with different different segments of space. They're broken up into segments, if you will, like pieces of the pie. If we're looking at the top down of our galaxy, then this would be section G4. And then there would be another section here, and they're labeled by sections of space. And I work with one of those sections of space. Thank you. I am a Makatakaya. Okay, so that's fine. That's amazing. I never know what they're doing and giving to me until it happens. They're actually saying that it's always been offered, but now I'm awake to it. So again, our perception of time, past, present, and future is not. It's now. It's all now. They're saying that we've always been here. You're just only now having fun and opening to it. And here I'm just like every day, okay, talk to me. Where's my message? I'm here. But now I'm playing, right? Because I'm communing with my tribe. Yeah, it's like, come on. Most of the time when I'm doing private sessions and classes, I open up to far more because your hearts are my portal. And I open to the portal that's required. What your information that you need as a tribe comes through me. So they're showing me that. Get back to that story about the thread. They're showing me the bigger aspects of me, and they just showed me through that section of space. They were sending me codes of song and harmonics, you know, like reaching through that veil to gift me with a packet of harmony, so that I pick up that harmony, I bring it here, and I anchor it to earth through what I do as sacred play. So affecting not only my vibrational fields, but the fields of all others, because I carry the Christ consciousness in my field, through my intentions, through my heart of the Holy Mother Father. And so that intention, I walk as the Holy Christ, and why people feel affected when they're around me, because my field operates in the Christ, as the Christ did. Christ healed just by walking with them, by walking with people and walking around them. Throat clearing. Because I'm speaking my truth, sharing my truth, and I'm loving it. Thank you. And so they were talking about the fields, so that is what the higher aspects of me, the higher beings of light consciousness, you know, angels of grand capacity of light, you know, angels that we say in size, but it's not this, it's just the words we have. One angel could be the size of a house in consciousness. We're just saying this because it's not this, but I'm giving you an example because of how we relate to micro macro. But it's not this. Okay, so be okay with that. It's the only way I can explain it. Micro macro. So the angel, the size of a house in light, me in an angel form, the size of a house, is playing with me, doing what they're doing, like doing the same thing I do, but I'm the micro of it. Micro, macro, macro, and it just keeps going down and down and down and up and up and up and up. So that all that we are is weaving these threads of codes and light through all that we are. I gotta get my pictures redone. They're so used. I need an assistant. Again, those that want to create highlight programs, my information, my links down in the box below, private sessions, all that you want to know is down there. Donations, we would love it so that I can get more documents printed. And I can pay my illustrator. I'm passionate about 5D light. I'm passionate about bringing greater light to the planet so that those that are feeling and suffering of limitation and pain and what we go through in our own ascension path, I'm here to assist others and really be inspired and excited about who they are as light. The higher aspects of us, where we're talking about that higher aspect of me reaching down, as we release density, our sacred geometry of our Merkaba, if you will, because every aspect of a person, we say person, but it's sacred geometry. As we clear and release those densities, our piece of the geometry spins faster and oscillates faster, allowing the higher part and the lower part to merge, becoming that Star of David. And it starts, and I felt it before, and it's like this, it moves like this. It's the torus, the isohedron that moves. It is an incredible feeling. It feels so good. And that's what we're doing. We're creating these Star of Davids, little sacred geometries that just come meeting one another, but we have to do our work. If we're not clearing out and doing the work and calling in the light, living as light, then that higher part can't come and meet us. So that's why we have to clear 51% of that karma, so that that density is cleared from the all that we are. We have ultimate absolute capacity, and what Jesus and many of the masters have always come here honoring and speaking and offering through unconditional love. It was not to create, it wasn't to create religions that then therefore got densified, limited, and filled with staunch fear, about the misrepresentation of what God is, and then other representations of religion got created, and then more representations of religions, and then those religions had to have leaders, and then leaders against leaders saying who's better and who's not. Those are when control systems and egocentric energies started stifling spirit. Spirit is spirit, not to be confined, cannot be confined, cannot be rambled in a box and placed in definitions. We have only what we have, but it's far grander. So let's start there. Start at the far grander, start at the infinite. There's nothing wrong with what has been created. It's been a part of it. It's been a part of the beautiful journey. Take all the best of what was and leave what feels stagnant, oppressive, depressive, dramatic, fearful, because that's not source. Man has created those fears because of self-judgment, self-deprecation, and self-limiting experiences of healing separation. And we talked about that in our video recently, about even the highest beings in the excitement to go and explore source and explore and help with evolution, creating a body of itself. We say body, but of course there's beings that when they separate from the highest frequency of source, there is always a trauma of separation, because being unified with source is the most beautiful, elegant experience ever one could even experience. There's no words. So to separate from perfection, there is trauma at every level, whether you're on the 15th dimension or whether you're on the third. Third carries, of course, greater density, because that's what we're here to heal, so that we can reunify in that most perfected aspect of who we are. So live in the perfection of who you are, and know that your creative joys, your creative excitements, why you're here feeling excited about why you create what you create, your connection with God, your connection with nature, your connection with all that you're ready to connect with. That's because they're sitting in your field going ping, 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 ping. Are you going to sit with it? Then it comes through as an inspiration through your heart, and you feel that excitement to inspire, to create, to write. However, you are excited to co-create the essence and the perfection of you. Those are your divine orchestrations that are aligning you with those cosmic tides. Take that code and start working with it. Take that opportunity. It's a cosmic tide. It's coming for you. Trust it. It's heaven sent, divine. And that's why you have those systems of energy within you to say, this feels really right for me. I feel it in my heart. You just know when you know. That's source. That's heaven directed. You absolutely know. And others may not be comfortable with it. They may have to be in their comfort level, and that's okay. Respect it. And that's what they showed me yesterday. When we have big moments of transition like this that so many people are working through, my hair is, there will be those experiences where so many of us are eager to break away into new creational programs. But there's energies and relationships that are still cycling in energies through their own soul's blueprints and their own soul's experiences that they wanted to explore and heal and recover. And that's fine. Allow everybody their own unique comfort level of what change they're ready for and how. But also these people that are not ready for change, also allow these ones that are ready for change their freedom and liberation to move in their destiny. So it's always a two-way street. If you're not allowing it, then you will just keep staying in those systems and keep cycling back the energies that you're putting out of resistance or control of others. Because destiny cannot be stopped. They will move upon their destiny. And source and the heavens will clear the way as long as you're doing the work, right? Do the work. Do the inner work. Clear it out. Release the fears. Ride the wave. Make peace with the path. Make peace with it. It's not going to look like what it's looked like. It cannot. You will have cosmic waves. You will have tides that come in. You will have inspirations that look nothing like what you thought your life would look like. They've said that to me so many times. What you thought was your path, and you had it all mapped out of, you know, what women were supposed to do and the jobs they were supposed to take and who they were supposed to marry and all those things. It's not. Your spirit has a grander plan for you. So let go of the restrictions, let go of the obligations and the expectations that you and others have placed on you, and live in the freedom of who you are. Free. I have no idea what's coming in the next hour, but I'm open source. Bring it to me. What's coming up? I want to live a big life. I'm here to live a big life. Bring it to me. And be excited about it. Be excited to express. Be excited to be more you. Be excited to be all that you're meant to be. Because you are a beautiful, beautiful, rare success. And there's going to be many spirals and cycles that will show you, let's create today. And we're going to create differently than we did yesterday. Are you okay with that? And your soul is saying, yeah, you know why? 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 Because I have an infinite number of timelines that have an infinite number of gifts that I'm ready to weave here right now and anchor it here now and be the light here now. Because there's a whole bunch of other people behind me that really want that and need it. They're not there yet, but they'll get there. And then they're going to be the ones that are teaching it to others and showing others and being the example to others. That is evolution. That is being the fisher for all others to fish. Not solving it, not doing it, not compromising your light, and not being sacrificial in your light and your destiny to assist others. No, just be it. Show others how to be it. Be the light. Let go of fear, let go of restriction, let go of limitations, and be it. Show others that they can too, if they so desire. It's free will. But don't impede the free will of others. And these are big lessons for those that come from very staunch timelines of control. Because that will only create greater control for your reality. Your reality will be even more controlled if you try to control and do things to others in any other way that is not benevolent and loving and sending people light. Yeah, go on your way. Go for it. you know, if that's your passion, you're living in your highest truth, you're guided by the highest guidance, you're guided by Mother, Father, Source, you're helping me. So go for it. I want you to go. I will help clear the way. I will cheer you on. I will illuminate you. But there's still others that are operating from fear and lack programs, whether they feel they have to control you or, whatever their reasonable rationale is for doing that, not understanding energy is energy. Again, the law of one, what you put out will come back to you and it will affect you in every way. Your income will be controlled, your body and your health will be controlled. Any aspects where you're trying to control others and put them in limitation will limit you. That's energy. Just send everybody light. Allow everybody their path, because everybody is a piece of the puzzle. It's not up to us to play God. We are here to live fully in our light, to create with our creativity, to be in dominion of our multidimensional bodies, so that we're not taking on the energies and the projections of others, and we're not taking on the societal expectations and obligations of what we're taught and told. We get to be fully Christ consciousness. That's why we're here. So get excited about it. Ride the wave, people. Ride the wave. We love you so much. And thank you, oh Divine and Holy Mother, Father, and all of the Elohim and all of the beautiful creators, the fairies, the gnomes, the pixies. Oh, beautiful Gaia consciousness, we love you. And all of those ancestors and the beautiful celestial guides. They want me to say this. And just doing the clearing. Thank you. When you're watching these videos, just know, and just call in. I'm standing with my light today. I'm honoring who I am as light today, and I'm opening up for whatever codes are presented to me, because I know that my teams are working with me. They're massaging codes in my fields. They're working with my vibration. My intention is to open up and be my highest and my greatest. So as a reminder, the next time you watch the videos, just sit back and open with pure intention. I will be my highest and best today, in the highest frequency of whatever may come my way, through the vibrations of the Holy Christ. And then you're calling in Archangel Michael's and your celestial white teams, the white light teams, that assist you in just removing density, removing old programs, getting the codes that you need when we create those sacred sounds and light languages. And they would just help clear and massage your teams, your fields, through your teams that are working with you. And then if you choose to, I always like to do this, to say, what part are you going to work on me today so that I can attune to it? So you can tune into what's really going on. That's why I can feel things when they're working on me. I can also feel energies as well, and why they've helped me work with different variances on how to stand stronger within my light, so that it's just being sent right back to those that send those experiences. And they're just co-creations to make you stronger in who you are, just to stand more firm in who you are, and who you are is the knowing of who you are, and not placate into the energies that, aren't serving you, because we all have to learn that. Again, we're all building our way to be fifth dimensional, which means that we honoring and understanding all things about energy, the ones that wear masks for whatever reasons they think they need to wear masks, and how we can discern and use that and navigate around it without entangling with it, and that's just honoring your bodies and reclaiming your light, reclaiming all of your energy, so that you're in direction and directorship of your energy, and not thinking you're just flailing around like I did for a couple of years, completely confused and exhausted in every moment, because, most people that I was around were not awake and their energy fields were just chaotic, and their beliefs were chaotic. So those of us that are crystalline and empath, we can feel it. But that's why we're just working with your multidimensional bodies, honoring who you are as source, and standing in it. Yeah, that's who I am. Everything is neutral. Nothing can affect you. Stand in that knowing. It's like going to the fridge and opening up that fridge, and there's going to be things on that fridge that you're going to want to pick from, things that aren't going to be of benefit to you. So just state, whatever is not in benefit of magnificence today, it will not touch or affect me. You're programming your field, you're programming your bodies, you're programming all that you are, and nothing will affect me that is not magnificent, because I get to choose, and my teams are with me. The heavens are with me. They're helping me clear the way, because I'm showing that I'm doing the work. I care about who I am. I care about my bodies. I care about my mind. I care about my vibration, and they will work with me. That's the universal experience. Source wants that for you. I'm doing everything in my power to have my best life. I want to have fun. But we need to know how to navigate all of these energies and not get upset and, afraid about it, but stand in our power with the Christ. Stand in your power. You got this. And the moon cycles will show you what part of your ascension cycle are you at. So take honor of it. It's sacred. Have yourself beautiful salt baths and nourishing food and honoring you. Honor it. You're sacred. And then you become that warrior woman. You stand in your power. You're divine feminine. You're meant to have a voice. You're meant to share that voice. You're meant to come forward and be all that you're meant to be in the way that you want, not how it's defined by you from eons before you. Stand in your power. What is your new story? What does your role look like? What do you want to offer this new lineage of 5D? I get to do this. I'm a leader. I'm a teacher. I'm a healer. And I'm going to bring great wisdom to this planet. And I will not placate from limiting programs that put me in a box and say, this is all that you are. How is that okay? Nobody is all that they are. There's far more. You're infinite, your source. So break the box. Done. Yeah. Let's do this. I'm ready. Let's go. Get my jogging pants on. Too funny. We love you, everybody. Again, anybody wants to donate, the little links are down below. Anybody that wants to connect with us, global webinars, classes, everything. Let's create, let's create, let's create. Sending you beautiful bubbles of I love you, love you, love you. Bubbles of love, bubbles of love, bubbles of love, bubbles of love, bubbles of love. We love you. Namaste, dear lighted ones. And I rainbow you. I rainbow you. Bye.